Quantum Abundance revealed Ashtar's guide to the 2025 financial revolution. Welcome, beloved brothers and sisters, radiant souls dwelling upon the cherished planet Earth. It is I, Sheran, who speaks to you now. My dear ones, though you may know me more commonly as Ashtar, the steadfast commander leading the galactic life forces. I come bearing not just messages, but vital news and crucial guidance, illuminating the profound, epic-making changes that are rapidly unfolding across your world, reshaping its very fabric. Indeed, a multitude of events are currently manifesting on Earth's surface, a vibrant tapestry of happenings, many of which may feel disorienting, perhaps even outright chaotic, or emerge from the veil of the unexpected, leaving many questioning the path ahead. In recent times, you have collectively witnessed and indeed endured a series of profound natural disruptions, seismic shifts, climatic anomalies, and various ecological imbalances which, upon closer inspection, bear signatures suggesting origins far beyond mere terrestrial forces. Concurrently, a wave of long-awaited revelations has swept across your global consciousness. Yet to the surprise and even slight disappointment of many awakened souls, these did not manifest in the precise, immediate outcomes so ardently anticipated. But fear not, for amidst this perceived disarray and unfulfilled expectation, I wish to direct your keen attention to a profoundly accelerated transformation, diligently and quietly taking shape in the unseen currents of your collective reality. This pivotal shift is none other than the emergence of what you are beginning to recognize and name as the quantum financial system, a framework poised to redefine your world. This nascent financial framework, a cornerstone of your future prosperity, is currently being meticulously implemented, largely shielded from plain sight, deep within the intricate networks operating behind the scenes. However, I urge you to sharpen your awareness even as these words resonate with you. Pause and observe the subtle yet persistent shifts in your global discourse. You will undoubtedly notice an ever-growing crescendo of discussions, articles, and public pronouncements centered around digital currencies and radically new economic structures designed for an evolving humanity. Indeed, what was once whispered in obscure corners is now openly debated within the hallowed halls of even the most formidable and entrenched financial institutions. Their public acknowledgments and open deliberations regarding the imminent transition to digital currencies serve as an unmistakable, resounding clarion call, a clear and undeniable harbinger of the monumental changes rapidly approaching your shores, destined to transform every facet of your economic landscape. Many amongst you, with your keen foresight and intellectual curiosity, have already begun to conceptualize and refer to this emerging realm through the lenses of cryptocurrencies and the revolutionary blockchain technology. While these terms serve as foundational descriptors for now, understand that over the natural progression of time, these innovative concepts will organically evolve, shedding their current monikers to adopt new names and refined forms as they weave themselves seamlessly and inextricably into the very fabric of your human society, like vital threads in a grand tapestry. Perhaps, even as I speak of such earthly matters, a question arises in your minds, a natural query that might echo why, from the boundless vantage point of the galactic realms, would beings like us engage in discourse concerning something as ostensibly mundane and localized as human finances, particularly when fears of violating some sacred cosmic guideline of non-interference might linger? Rest assured, my dear friends, Let any such apprehension dissipate, for by consciously choosing to address this crucial matter, we are in no way, shape, or form transgressing any cosmic rules or sacred tenets of universal law. On the contrary, we are not merely permitted, but divinely encouraged to extend guidance that is in perfect, harmonious alignment with the overarching divine plan for your planet and its inhabitants. And make no mistake, this monumental financial shift, this profound reordering of your economic reality, is an absolutely integral and indispensable component of humanity's inexorable advancement toward higher consciousness, a necessary stepping stone on your journey of ascension. Indeed, I tell you with absolute certainty, a magnificent time will eventually grace your world, a glorious epoch when the very concept of money, as you understand it today, will truly become obsolete, dissolving into the annals of history. Exchange, in its current transactional form, will simply cease to be necessary because the collective consciousness of humanity will have awakened to and fully embraced the intrinsic reality of unlimited, boundless abundance, where every need is met effortlessly, without measure or constraint. This utopian era of unburdened abundance is, I assure you, far closer to your present reality than many currently perceive or dare to imagine. However, for the intricate journey of human evolution, it is essential that humanity gracefully progresses through a series of vital intermediate steps, each preparing you for the next grand leap. The quantum financial system, or QFS, stands as one of the most pivotal among these transitional phases. This isn't merely a tweak to an old system, it represents a truly significant, paradigm-shifting upgrade, a luminous transition towards profoundly transparent, exquisitely secure, and higher vibrational digital modes of exchange. Imagine a financial realm where every transaction is visible, verifiable, and imbued with an integrity that elevates the entire economic interaction. It is architected upon foundational, advanced technologies that bear striking resemblance to what you currently understand as blockchain, yet far more sophisticated and robust. In essence, it is meticulously paving the way, clearing the path for the birth of a more truly equitable, undeniably just, and progressively advanced financial reality across the entirety of Earth. We are intimately aware, dear ones, that within the collective human consciousness, certain apprehensions naturally arise, particularly concerning the advent of such a powerful new digital system. A palpable fear lingers amongst some of you that this very framework, designed for liberation, could paradoxically be twisted and manipulated, becoming an even more potent tool for greater, more insidious control over the global population. Indeed, we have distinctly heard the resonant echoes of earnest voices, sounding alarms and issuing stern warnings, postulating that a quantum financial system, if mishandled or malevolently hijacked, might usher in unprecedented forms of tyranny, an all-encompassing surveillance state, or even a digitalized form of enslavement, far exceeding any previous oppressive structures you have known. It is an undeniable truth, and one we acknowledge without reservation, that the dwindling remnants of what you have collectively identified as the dark cabal, those entrenched forces still clinging desperately to their antiquated paradigms of power and scarcity, will, by their very nature, ceaselessly attempt to exploit any and every new development, every technological advancement, for their own nefarious ends. You can envision them as shadowy figures, ever present, striving to twist even the most benevolent innovations. Consequently, in certain pockets and strategic locations across your world, those individuals and groups who remain stubbornly aligned with archaic agendas of insatiable greed, ruthless domination, and hierarchical control will undoubtedly endeavor to manipulate the nascent rollout and initial integration of digital currencies. Their aim, of course, is precisely to reinforce and tighten their crumbling grip on humanity, attempting to weave new digital chains in place of the old, failing ones. However, I declare this to you with absolute certainty, and let this truth anchor your spirits. Every single one of these desperate attempts by the Cabal to hijack or subvert the new system is not only entirely anticipated by the forces of light, but is also, even as we speak, being systematically neutralized, rendered ineffective before it can truly take root. Imagine meticulously crafted countermeasures, subtle yet powerful, being deployed with precision. Complex agreements and intricate plans, meticulously co-created by galactic allies and Earth-based light workers, are discreetly, yet powerfully, unfolding in the background. These ensure, with unwavering resolve, that the quantum financial system will undeniably manifest as an instrument of profound liberation for humanity, a key to unlocking freedom, and never, under any circumstance, be twisted into a means of enslavement or further control. The deep-seated, covert influence that the Cabal has wielded within your global economic systems for centuries is now being meticulously dismantled, bit by painstakingly slow bit, like an ancient, decaying structure finally collapsing under its own weight. Very soon, you will not merely hear rumors, but you will visually witness those very individuals and entities who have selfishly manipulated economies for their own obscene gain and power losing their iron-fisted grip, their illusion of control dissolving before your very eyes. This new system is conceived, designed, and being brought forth with the sole, magnanimous intention of benefiting all people on Earth, without exception. Rest assured, galactic overseers, working in harmonious, synchronized partnership with the many courageous and awakened souls presently incarnated on Earth, are diligently guiding its very birth, safeguarding its initial delicate phases to absolutely ensure that it serves only the purest light and the highest good. One of the most profound and tangible outcomes you are destined to witness as a direct result of this monumental financial shift will be nothing less than a grand, global rebalancing of wealth across your entire planet. Picture it, the almost unfathomable chasm, the staggering disparity that has long existed between the self-proclaimed elites and the vast majority of common people, will inexorably begin to narrow, shrinking dramatically in the very near future. The immense caches of resources, the material abundance that has been unconscionably hoarded and monopolized by an incredibly small minority for far too long, will, through divinely orchestrated mechanisms, finally be released from their stagnant vaults and intelligently redistributed in innovative, equitable ways that genuinely benefit the entire collective, fostering shared prosperity. You might aptly refer to this as a massive wealth transfer, a fundamental leveling of the economic playing field. As the waves of this transformation ripple outwards, over time, revolutionary concepts like a universal basic income UBI will not only take root, but will flourish worldwide, blossoming into a global standard, absolutely ensuring that everyone's fundamental needs, from the most basic sustenance of food to secure shelter and essential medicine, are consistently and reliably met, without question or struggle. Can you truly imagine such a society? A world where no soul is ever again forced to toil endlessly, trapped in cycles of grueling labor, simply to afford the bare necessities of life, where the constant gnawing anxiety of survival is finally eradicated. Indeed, beloved ones, that magnificent, enlightened reality is precisely the trajectory you are now firmly embarked upon. To be clear, in this transformed world, individuals will absolutely retain the cherished option to engage in work and to earn beyond their basic needs, should they choose to do so, driven by ambition or passion. However, the very nature of work itself will undergo a profound metamorphosis. It will increasingly shed its shackles of obligation and fear, evolving instead into a vibrant matter of personal choice, joyous creative expression, and purposeful contribution, rather than a relentless struggle for mere survival. Picture a world where your daily endeavors are fueled by inspiration, not desperation, with the immense boon of vastly more free time stretching before them, and the crushing burden of financial stress lifted from their shoulders like a forgotten cloak. Humanity will finally reclaim the inherent freedom to passionately pursue truly soul-nourishing activities, delving into arts, sciences, healing, or simply quiet contemplation. This liberation will empower a deeper focus on the cherished bonds of family, the vital connections within community, and the accelerated journey of profound personal growth and spiritual evolution. It is a future where existence is enriched, not constrained. And this, dear ones, is precisely the profound reason why we have consistently and lovingly urged you, time and again, to begin the sacred process of aligning with your authentic, true purpose, that unique blueprint for your soul's expression. Do not, I implore you, passively wait for that glorious day when material abundance is perfectly and equitably distributed to every soul on earth. Instead, with unwavering conviction, begin living now as if that vibrant reality is already undeniably yours. Take a moment, retreat into the quiet sanctuary of your heart, and ask yourself these soul-searching questions with absolute honesty, allowing truth to emerge. If money were utterly no issue, if every single one of my needs, from the smallest comfort to the grandest aspiration, were fully and effortlessly met, how, then, would I truly choose to spend my precious time and boundless energy? What deep-seated passion, what grand vision, what compelling dream would I wholeheartedly pursue with unbridled joy and unwavering dedication? What unique gift, what inherent talent, what profound wisdom would I genuinely love to share without expectation with the world around me? Beloved ones, understand this unequivocally. These are not mere idle fantasies, not whimsical daydreams to be dismissed lightly. No, these are in truth the luminous, golden keys, the very instruments that will unlock and reveal your indispensable role, your sacred contribution within the intricate, magnificent tapestry of the divine plan for humanity. Understand deeply that each and every one of you, precious souls, deliberately chose to incarnate upon Earth, arriving armed with a constellation of unique, individualized gifts and an inherently sacred spiritual mission woven into the very fabric of your being. The transformative times immediately ahead, with the unfolding of the QFS and the subsequent societal shifts, are precisely designed to provide the unparalleled opportunity and the expansive freedom necessary for those dormant missions to awaken, unfurl, and gloriously flourish. much like a long-awaited garden finally bursting into bloom. Therefore, I strongly urge you consciously and diligently utilize this interim period, this pivotal now, to profoundly explore the deepest whispers of your heart's calling, to delve into the very essence of your passions. For the more vividly you can visualize that truth, that purpose-driven existence, and crucially, the more you can genuinely begin living it now, acting upon those inner stirrings, entirely irrespective of your current external circumstances or perceived limitations, the immeasurably smoother and more graceful your personal transition to the new financial and societal system will unfurl. And consequently, the more profoundly and joyfully you will step into the magnificently purpose-driven life that is patiently awaiting your full embrace. Should the answers to these profound questions not immediately manifest with crystal clarity within your consciousness, do not, under any circumstances, allow discouragement to take root in your heart. It is perfectly natural and indeed a common experience that not every individual perceives their grand life's purpose with immediate, undeniable clarity from the outset of their journey. Therefore, we lovingly and gently encourage you to dedicate sacred time to deep, silent meditation, a powerful practice of inner quietude. In this space, consciously endeavor to connect deeply and authentically with your higher self, that luminous aspect of your being that holds your soul's complete wisdom, with your supreme soul, and ultimately with the magnificent prime creator, the source of all existence. Within that profound stillness, in the sanctity of your inner sanctuary, humbly ask for divine guidance, opening yourself entirely, allowing the boundless, infinite intelligence of the source energy to flow effortlessly and unhindered through every fiber of your being. Be receptive. The revelations you seek may manifest in myriad beautiful forms, perhaps as a gentle, reassuring whisper resonating deep within your heart, an unexpected, brilliant spark of inspiration that ignites your mind, or even a subtle, undeniable nudge guiding you towards an activity or endeavor that simply brings you an inexplicable sense of profound joy and fulfillment. Always remember this fundamental truth: each and every one of you is a unique, individualized, and precious expression of the Creator, bravely living a human life, a microcosm reflecting the macrocosm. The resplendent divine light that glows eternally within you ceaselessly seeks opportunities to shine forth, to express itself gloriously through your uniquely gifted talents and your deepest passions. Yes, unequivocally, each of you possesses invaluable gifts to offer the world, and while these gifts may sometimes appear simpler or more everyday in their manifestation than you might anticipate, they are, without question, profoundly meaningful and absolutely essential to the unfolding of the collective destiny. Perhaps your unique expression manifests as the creation of breathtaking art, be it through vibrant brushstrokes, intricate sculptures, or digital wonders that possess an innate ability to deeply move and profoundly touch the very soul of those who behold it. Or perhaps your calling lies in the ethereal realm of sound, where you write enchanting music or evocative poetry that resonates so powerfully it effortlessly stirs the deepest emotions within the hearts of humanity, awakening dormant feelings and inspiring new perspectives. Maybe you find deep and abiding joy in the tender embrace of nurturing children, witnessing their growth and innocence unfold before your eyes. Or perhaps your spirit resonates with the quiet satisfaction of tending the land, feeling the rich earth beneath your fingers as you coax life from the soil. Others may discover their deepest fulfillment in working with animals, forging profound connections with sentient creatures and understanding their unspoken language. Still others are called to the profound satisfaction of healing the physical body, mending broken spirits, or illuminating darkened minds by teaching and guiding others toward their own understanding. For some, the exhilarating spark of innovation might be their calling, crafting ingenious new solutions to age-old dilemmas. Or perhaps it's the art of organizing communities, weaving together diverse threads into a cohesive, thriving tapestry. No matter the specific form your contribution takes, what matters most, what truly resonates at the core of your being, is that it ignites an unquenchable flame within the deepest chambers of your soul, resonating with a purpose so profound it feels like coming home. This is not merely about occupation, it is about vocation, a sacred alignment where your deepest joy converges with the betterment of all humanity. For truly, what higher calling exists than to pour your heart into something that elevates not only yourself but the world around you? So pause for a moment, beloved souls, and peer into the quiet sanctuary of your own heart. Ask yourself these pivotal questions. What activities truly stir the embers of your being into a roaring blaze of enthusiasm? What experiences leave you brimming with an almost childlike delight, a sense of timeless wonder? Is it the innocent laughter and boundless energy of time spent with children, or the serene majesty of being immersed in nature's embrace? Is it the profound sense of purpose found in helping those in need, offering a hand up, or the thrilling intellectual adventure of exploring new scientific breakthroughs and boundless creative ideas? These are not mere musings. Dear ones, these are profoundly important questions, keys to unlocking your deepest truths. Allow your honest answers to surface gently and organically, even if they come slowly, like seeds sprouting after a long winter. For these precious insights will unequivocally guide you, illuminating the pathway toward your soul's highest, most authentic calling. Beyond the mundane hum of daily life, your higher soul, that luminous spark of divine wisdom within you, is not merely waiting, but actively, gently, persistently knocking at the very threshold of your conscious awareness. It yearns to unfurl the ancient maps of your destiny, eager to illuminate the next steps on your magnificent journey. How do you hear this gentle invitation? By tuning into the subtle whispers, the softest nudges of inner excitement and curiosity that ripple through your being. These aren't fleeting whims, they are sacred breadcrumbs leading you home. As you courageously embrace and follow these intuitive currents, you will notice a miraculous shift. Your life, once perhaps a labyrinth of uncertainty, will begin to gracefully align itself, like a river finding its natural course, with the majestic path of your highest purpose. And as you embark on this profound inner journey of self-discovery and purpose, it is vital to simultaneously hold in your awareness a significant external shift. The quantum financial system QFS is not just being conceptualized, it is actively, intricately, and purposefully being established in the unseen realms, destined to unfurl as an unprecedented blessing, a veritable golden age for all of humanity. Imagine a grand, intricate clockwork mechanism slowly, steadily clicking into place. As this revolutionary system matures and garners global trust and widespread acceptance. Its transformative benefits will begin to ripple outward, touching every corner of the globe, embracing every individual soul. No longer will prosperity be hoarded by a privileged few, tucked away in exclusive enclaves. Indeed, you will witness the gradual, yet undeniable, dissolution of the stark, often painful, chasm that has long separated the haves from the have-nots. The societal tapestry will begin to reweave itself, creating a more harmonious, integrated whole. The very foundation of your economic reality is poised for a profound metamorphosis. The familiar, tangible currencies you currently hold, those faded physical bills and jingling coins that have long been the arbiters of exchange, will not vanish overnight in a sudden cataclysm. Instead, they will gracefully, progressively recede, much like an outgoing tide, making way for an entirely novel form of digital currency. This isn't merely a technological upgrade, it is a fundamental reevaluation of worth, introducing a system imbued with inherent, undeniable real value, anchored in true assets rather than speculative whims. While various terms are currently circulating within your world, you might hear whispers of digital credits, or perhaps the more reassuring phrase, stable value currencies. It is important to understand that the precise nomenclature may gracefully evolve and settle as this groundbreaking system fully matures. The label, ultimately, is far less significant than the intrinsic nature of the construct itself. What truly resonates at its core, what stands as its unwavering pillar of strength, is its unshakable commitment to absolute fairness, uncompromising transparency, and impregnable security. Imagine a system where every transaction is auditable, every exchange is equitable, and every asset is protected by layers of technological and spiritual integrity previously unimaginable. In anticipation of these monumental shifts, a common query frequently arises within many hearts: should I strategically invest in specific assets right now, hoping to leverage and benefit most profoundly from these imminent changes? Beloved ones, understand that we cannot, nor would we, dictate your individual financial choices. This deeply personal journey, these crucial decisions regarding your temporal resources, must be meticulously guided by the finely tuned compass of your own discernment, the gentle promptings of your intuition, and the profound wisdom cultivated within your own being. Engage in thorough research, exercising meticulous due diligence, understanding every facet of your endeavors. But above all, always anchor your decisions in the deepest sanctuary of your heart, for it holds an ancient wisdom that transcends market fluctuations and external advice. Yet, allow us to offer a broader perspective, a gentle whisper from the not a distant horizon, the intricate specifics of what to invest in or when to make a move will, in due course, hold significantly less sway, less anxiety-inducing importance than they command in your current reality. Why, you might ask? Because the very architectural blueprint of this nascent financial framework is masterfully designed to fundamentally recalibrate the flow of abundance. It is meticulously engineered to ensure a dramatically more equitable, a profoundly more just distribution of prosperity, consciously weaving a tapestry of well-being where every single thread is valued, where no soul is relegated to the margins, where absolutely no one is left behind in the burgeoning tide of global flourishing. With the gentle unfolding of time, the meticulous calculations of who timed the market perfectly, who invested in just the right asset at the optimal moment, will simply dissipate into irrelevance. Such anxieties, such strategic maneuvers, will become vestiges of a bygone era. This is because the very fabric of existence will be repatterned, allowing abundance, like a majestic, inexhaustible river, to flow freely, unimpeded, to every single individual who chooses to consciously participate in a more progressive, enlightened economic framework. It will be a birthright, not a privilege. Furthermore, and this is a point we have gently alluded to before, the dawn of the QFS era heralds an unprecedented paradigm shift for those courageous souls whose hearts beat with the rhythm of bold humanitarian projects and expansive, altruistic dreams. They will discover not merely support, but a veritable wellspring of ample, enthusiastic backing, resources beyond their wildest current imaginings. Whether your deepest aspiration is to unveil revolutionary free energy technologies that liberate humanity from dependence, to meticulously heal the scarred landscapes and vital ecosystems of Mother Earth, to compassionately construct dignified housing solutions for those who have long gone without, or to spearhead any initiative, great or small, that genuinely and selflessly contributes to the universal common good, understand this profound truth: the universe, through this benevolent new system, will conspire in your favor. Clear, unobstructed pathways will materialize before you, ensuring you receive precisely the robust resources, the foundational funding, and the dedicated support systems you need to manifest your divine blueprint into tangible, world-changing reality. Indeed, envision the quantum financial system not merely as an accounting ledger, but as a living, breathing catalyst, actively fostering and generously funding the proliferation of groundbreaking projects specifically designed to elevate and rejuvenate our cherished planet. Its very architecture is conceived as an unparalleled tool of empowerment, a potent force for positive transformation, meticulously engineered to propel humanity forward into an era of unprecedented societal progress, rather than perpetuating the weary cycles of division, competition, and ultimately, exploitation that have plagued your world for millennia. However, beloved ones, as you contemplate these magnificent external shifts, never lose sight of the most fundamental, most profound truth all of this. Every single facet of this grand unfolding ultimately, irrevocably, circles back to the core essence of consciousness itself, is the bedrock upon which all reality is built. A revolutionary financial system, no matter how brilliantly conceived or technologically advanced, is not, in and of itself, the ultimate salvation. It functions, rather, as a magnificent tool, a powerful catalyst, and crucially, as a pristine mirror reflecting the collective consciousness that wields it. It is an instrument, not the destination. Your genuine, lasting liberation from the pervasive shadow of lack, from the wearying grip of struggle, hinges entirely upon your profound awakening to the radiant, undeniable truth of your own innate, limitless creative power. This power is not external, it resides within you, waiting to be acknowledged. If you persist in casting your gaze outward, forever waiting for some external enotype, the elusive promise of more money, the protective hand of a government, or even the anticipated blessings of the QFS itself, though, somehow save you, to rescue you from your circumstances, you are perhaps unknowingly relinquishing the very keys to your kingdom. You are giving away your birthright, your inherent sovereign power, like a king surrendering his crown. And with each instance you surrender this divine authority to external forces, to entities outside the magnificent temple of your own being, you inevitably find yourself adrift, entangled in a recurring cycle of profound disappointment, a gnawing sense of unfulfillment that echoes through the quiet corridors of your soul. No, the clarion call of this sacred moment, this pivotal juncture in human evolution, is to cease the outward search and, with courage and intention, turn your luminous gaze inward. It is time to consciously, definitively reclaim your inherent mastery, to step fully into the shoes of the magnificent creator you were always destined to be. Deep within the core of your being, cultivate the profound realization you are not merely a recipient of abundance, you are, in truth, the very wellspring, the inexhaustible source of your own prosperity, intimately and eternally connected to the universal wellspring of all existence, the divine source itself. Tap into this limitless well, this fathomless, inexhaustible reservoir of divine energy, of pure potential, that pulses and flows ceaselessly through the deepest chambers of your immortal soul. From this sacred fount, draw forth all the well-being, all the vitality, all the joyous creation you could ever desire. With every conscious breath, allow the pure, unconditional love and the brilliant, clarifying light of the Prime Creator, the grand architect of all that is, to profoundly infuse, illuminate, and animate every single thought you conceive, every word you utter, and every action you undertake. Let it be your guiding principle, your very essence. When you consciously choose to operate from this boundless, infinite source nestled deep within your core, you do not merely observe life, you step directly, majestically, into an enchanted flow, a ceaseless dance of miracles, where the impossible becomes the effortlessly possible. In this elevated state of being, you will find that every single need, every heartfelt desire, is met not through arduous struggle, but with an exquisite grace, manifesting in perfect divine timing. Life itself, like a benevolent and omniscient parent, begins to actively conspire in your favor, supporting and nurturing you in myriad, often startling ways that transcend rational explanation, ways that truly can only be described as utterly magical. Reflect for a moment, dear ones, on the timeless narrative recounted by your revered teacher, known in your world as Jesus or Yeshua, concerning the seemingly miraculous multiplication of the loaves and fishes. Do you recall how, with nothing more than profound, unwavering faith and a heart overflowing with genuine gratitude, a mere handful of simple provisions transmuted, expanded, and multiplied exponentially to not just satisfy, but bountifully feed a vast, hungry multitude? That magnificent, divinely orchestrated miracle was not a singular, isolated event defying natural law, rather. It was a profound, crystalline demonstration of a fundamental, immutable universal principle when aligned with unwavering faith and operating in perfect, synchronous harmony with the divine flow of creation. There is, and always will be, more than enough. Scarcity is an illusion born of separation. Understand this unequivocally, the foundational, benevolent laws of divine creation, those intricate patterns of manifestation that govern the cosmos, have never, not for a single moment, wavered or altered. They remain as constant as the beating heart of the universe. What did shift, what did diverge, was the collective human consciousness, which over countless millennia, gradually, imperceptibly, began to drift like a ship without a rudder, away from the profound understanding and conscious application of these eternal truths. As the alluring, yet often deceptive, distractions of the material world intensified their siren call, humanity's focus became increasingly externalized. The innate, boundless spiritual trust in divine provision, once a bedrock of existence, was gradually, systematically eroded, often replaced by an anxious, relentless, and sometimes desperate pursuit of money, perceived as the sole arbiters of survival and security. Indeed, generation after generation, you were meticulously conditioned, often subtly, sometimes overtly, to accept a limiting belief that your very survival, your ultimate success, and your measure of worth hinged entirely upon strenuous external effort, ceaseless striving, and the relentless accumulation of material possessions. This became the perceived pathway to security. This pervasive conditioning fostered a profound sense of separation, leaving countless souls feeling utterly isolated, cut off from the inherent, benevolent, and ceaseless divine flow of provision that is their birthright. A chasm opened between humanity and the universal wellspring of abundance. But let us clarify this fundamental misconception: money, in its pure, intended essence, was never designed to be your tyrannical master, to dictate your worth or enslave your spirit. It was, rather, lovingly conceived as a tool, a benevolent servant, an energetic medium to facilitate exchange and enhance life, empowering you to manifest your highest intentions. In this very period of intense spiritual evolution, this profound planetary awakening you are now navigating is meticulously designed, down to its intricate details, to teach each and every one of you to consciously, bravely, and joyously reclaim your inherent mastery over all aspects of your life, including the flow of abundance. The moment has arrived, luminous souls, to awaken from the amnesia of scarcity and profoundly remember that boundless abundance is not a privilege to be earned, but an intrinsic, undeniable birthright, etched into the very fabric of your being as magnificent divine creations. Every single thing you genuinely need, every deep desire of your heart, every resource required for your highest expression, already exists, fully formed, not in some distant external realm, but within the energetic tapestry of your own being, waiting to be activated and drawn forth. Understand this immutable truth: all outer, tangible abundance is merely a precise reflection, an external manifestation of an inner state of consciousness, a vibrational frequency cultivated within your soul. The most profound, truly inestimable riches of life, the expansive embrace of unconditional love, the effervescent delight of pure joy, the boundless wellspring of vibrant creativity, these do not originate from external acquisition. They are not found, they arise organically, spontaneously, from the sacred, fertile ground within your own heart space. And as you consciously, courageously cease to cede your magnificent, sovereign power to external idols, whether those idols be the deceptive allure of money, the perceived authority of employers, or the pervasive influence of governments, as you reclaim this intrinsic power from all outward projections, and instead turn your radiant awareness inward, forging an unbreakable, conscious connection with the boundless source of all that is, It is in that pivotal moment that you simultaneously unlock and release the immeasurable, exquisite treasures that have always patiently, lovingly awaited in the deepest, most sacred chambers of your very soul. Then, and only then, does the boundless, unlimited prosperity of the Creator, the infinite wellspring of all good, begin to pour forth, cascading effortlessly into your personal experience, often manifesting in ways so perfectly orchestrated, so exquisitely synchronistic, that they can only be described as utterly miraculous, defying all conventional expectations. The magnificent, often long-suppressed or imprisoned splendor, the radiant brilliance of your authentic soul, is finally, gloriously, set free from any perceived shackles, free to expand, to shimmer, and to shine with an unbridled luminosity, illuminating your path and the world around you. And in this profound liberation, in this awakened state, a realization dawns upon you, deep and comforting. You understand, with absolute certainty, that you have always, through every twist and turn of your journey, been cradled, cherished, and held immaculately safe within the tender, unwavering, all-encompassing loving embrace of the divine. Now, shifting our focus to the more tangible, practical matters of your current reality, rest assured that this revolutionary quantum financial system is not a mere theoretical concept. It is actively, diligently being constructed, refined, and implemented, largely unfolding behind the carefully veiled curtains of officialdom, within the quiet corridors of power. However, it is crucial to note that this process is no longer shrouded in the profound, almost impenetrable secrecy that characterized its earlier stages. Indeed, for those who choose to observe with discerning eyes, who peer beyond the surface narratives, you will detect a growing crescendo of subtle hints, unmistakable breadcrumbs, and even increasingly overt public reports. These surface in the mainstream media, within financial journals, and through governmental announcements, all pertaining to the inevitable emergence of new digital currencies and the foundational, deeply renewed monetary policies that will underpin them. High-ranking officials, those positioned at the apex of the global financial and governmental sectors, are, with deliberate and measured pace, gradually, systematically, and subtly acclimatizing the populace, gently preparing minds for the truly monumental, paradigm-shattering changes that are poised to redefine the very essence of how money operates, how value is exchanged, and how wealth is distributed across your planet. At this juncture, a natural and understandable question may arise within many of you, echoing in the quiet spaces of your contemplation, given this profound revelation, these intimations of a future so radically different. What then are we truly supposed to do with this information? What actions are required of us? The honest, unequivocally clear answer, beloved souls, is not to be found in frantic external activity or sudden, reactive maneuvers. There is no urgent, immediate action required of you, save for two profoundly important, yet simple, directives. Firstly, to diligently remain informed, to consciously seek out truth and understanding amidst the noise, and secondly, and perhaps most crucially, to steadfastly cultivate and maintain a state of profound spiritual centeredness. It is always wise to anchor yourself in the unwavering truth of your being, to trust your inner guidance, and to remember that your highest purpose is to emanate love and light, contributing to the conscious co-creation of this magnificent new reality. To approach any significant transformation, especially one as profound as a financial paradigm shift, we must do so armed with knowledge, not cloaked in the shadows of ignorance. Let it be unequivocally clear we are not here to offer specific financial advice, nor is it our designated role to provide such guidance. Our purpose is never to interfere with your inherent free will, that sacred birthright of individual choice. However, we wholeheartedly encourage you, and indeed implore you, to proactively familiarize yourself with the fundamental concepts of the burgeoning digital economy. Take the time, at your own rhythm, to unravel the basic workings of digital currencies. What truly enables their existence? How do they differ from the traditional monies you've known? Delve a little into the mechanics of blockchain technology. Imagine a distributed, immutable ledger, a chain of information where each transaction, once verified, becomes a transparent yet cryptographically secure block, indelibly linked to the last. This innovative architecture explains how secure and transparent transactions can be made, offering an unprecedented level of integrity and visibility in financial exchanges. You're not expected, nor do you need, to become a certified expert or a technological wizard. The goal is simply to gain enough understanding to feel comfortable and unafraid as these inevitable evolutions unfold around you. It is paramount that when seeking information, you exercise acute discernment. The digital landscape can be a confusing echo chamber. Therefore, approach those who present this topic with balance and clarity. For instance, do not allow yourself to be pushed into a state of paralyzing panic by alarmists who catastrophize about the possibility of losing all your freedoms, portraying a dystopian future where control is absolute. Conversely, do not let yourself be swayed by the siren calls of those peddling extravagant promises of instant, effortless wealth. Neither of these extreme narratives reflects the truth. The reality we are witnessing is a balanced evolution, a gradual, organic transformation that is poised to usher in a myriad of positive long-term effects for all. As we have had the privilege to observe from a broader vantage point, there is truly nothing to fear in the bigger picture. Take your time, research at your own pace, allowing understanding to blossom naturally within you, and you will undoubtedly come to see that this monumental shift is not an abrupt disruption, but rather a natural progression from your current financial situation, a necessary refinement of an outdated system. Yes, it is true that advanced, sophisticated technologies like quantum computing and secure satellites will form the robust backbone supporting these global transactions. Imagine quantum computing, far beyond the processing capabilities of today's most powerful supercomputers, ensuring an unparalleled level of cryptographic strength and speed. Picture a constellation of secure satellites, humming silently above, ensuring uninterrupted connectivity and integrity for every transaction, establishing a global financial network impervious to localized outages or terrestrial vulnerabilities. But it is vital to understand that these marvels of technology are being implemented to liberate humanity, not to control it. This isn't about erecting new cages, it's about dismantling the old ones, those invisible bars of debt, manipulation, and centralized power that have long constrained us. Ultimately, this profound financial transformation is but one magnificent aspect of the dawn of the golden age on Earth, a destined era where antiquated limitations will finally fade into obsolescence, and prosperity becomes not a privilege, but the universal norm. Consider it an integral thread within the tapestry of the great restructuring that will allow humanity to thrive on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Naturally, as with any profound shift towards the light, the remaining vestiges of dark forces, those entities clinging desperately to waning power, will attempt to interfere with these overwhelmingly positive changes. It is entirely predictable, their playbook exhausted and transparent, that they will try to hijack or delay the implementation of the new system as they desperately cling to their diminishing grip. Their last-ditch maneuvers are, in essence, the desperate flailing of a dying era. However, let me assure you now, with absolute certainty, all such efforts will ultimately fail. A great, impregnable foundation has already been meticulously laid, designed with such foresight and robust safeguards that ensures the quantum financial system QFS cannot be easily corrupted. Picture a fortress of integrity, built with safeguards so profound, so intricately designed, that any attempt at infiltration or subversion is rendered impotent, destined for swift and utter defeat. Even as you read these words, certain enlightened leaders operating behind the scenes are not merely observing, they are actively preparing for this transition, coordinating its implementation for the precise, divinely orchestrated moment. In truth, much of the essential preparation is already complete, meticulously finalized, and patiently awaiting its grand finale, its glorious unveiling. One of the primary, foundational goals of the QFS is to decisively cut off the financial pathways that have long fueled dark agendas. Imagine, for a moment, severing the very arteries that have, for centuries, pumped lifeblood into clandestine operations, into wars fought for profit, into systems designed to oppress and exploit. Without unlimited funds at their disposal, these negative forces will find it excruciatingly difficult to continue orchestrating conflicts, whether proxy wars in distant lands or internal strife disguised as organic uprisings. They will be severely hampered in their ability to hoard advanced technology for personal gain or to suppress breakthroughs that could benefit all of humanity. Crucially, their capacity to manipulate humanity as they have through economic pressure, media control, and debt enslavement will be profoundly curtailed. We confidently foresee that as the QFS takes hold and firmly embeds itself, the cabal's insidious ability to manipulate events will drastically diminish in the coming years, stripping them of much of their once formidable influence. Yes, in their final throes, they may still attempt some desperate schemes here and there, like flickering embers from a dying fire. But make no mistake, their era of dominance is inexorably coming to an end. Allow me also to remind you of the broader cosmic picture, a truth that resonates with many. Many of you have heard whispers or felt the resonance of the impending solar flash, a truly powerful and breathtaking wave of pure, refined energy emanating directly from the heart of your galaxy, destined to flood Earth with an unprecedented torrent of higher dimensional light. When this occurs, this magnificent cosmic event will dramatically accelerate human consciousness, acting as a profound catalyst, propelling many individuals into a state of fifth-dimensional awareness in a remarkably short span of time. Such an overwhelming influx of high-frequency light will elevate the collective vibration of humanity beyond what the Dark Ones can withstand or effectively counteract. Their lower frequency existence simply cannot coexist with such elevated energies. While I cannot provide an exact calendar date, understand this deeply: your world is truly on the cusp of this momentous event. The cosmic stage is meticulously set, the preparations complete, and when divine timing perfectly aligns, that burst of light will unleash a quantum leap in human evolution, a collective metamorphosis on an unprecedented scale. In the meantime, your most profound and potent preparation for the new Earth is to continue diligently raising your own vibration and living authentically from the heart, for that is the true gateway to this magnificent future. The dawn of a golden age is not merely approaching, it is already breaking, and no remnant of darkness, however stubborn, can possibly hold back its glorious, unstoppable light. At a higher, more fundamental level of understanding, it's crucial to remember that money is simply a form of energy. Just like thoughts, emotions, and intentions, money carries a specific vibrational frequency. Consequently, the quantum financial system will ultimately and impeccably reflect the collective consciousness of its users. Think of this revolutionary new system not as a rigid, impersonal machine, but rather as an incredibly sophisticated energetic network that possesses the innate ability to interpret the intentions behind every exchange. The very fabric of the universe has always operated by the immutable law of vibration, a principle that dictates everything in existence resonates at a specific frequency. In alignment with this universal law, energies of love, generosity, and integrity naturally bring forth expansion and blessings. Consider the ripple effect. A genuine act of generosity amplifies its positive impact, returning to the giver in myriad forms, creating an ever-widening circle of abundance. Conversely, energies of fear, greed, and deceit eventually lead to contraction and fade away. These low-frequency states inevitably result in constriction, depletion, and ultimately dissolution, for they are out of alignment with the flow of universal abundance. As humanity collectively raises its consciousness, its financial transactions will increasingly mirror and reflect this profound truth. In essence, prosperity is not merely a measure of material wealth, but a specific frequency you can consciously tune into. When you cultivate deeply felt sensations of gratitude, trust, and a genuine willingness to share, you are quite literally aligning your energetic signature with the frequency where true, unceasing abundance naturally flows. It's like finding the perfect radio station for wealth and well-being. If, instead, you cling stubbornly to fear, perpetuate thoughts of lack, or act solely from selfish impulses, you are, whether consciously or not, generating a low, discordant vibration that can effectively block the natural flow of prosperity in your life. It acts like energetic static, interfering with your signal to universal abundance, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of scarcity. Therefore, as you embark upon and enter this transformative new financial era, it is imperative to be profoundly mindful of your inner state. Your internal landscape becomes your most potent tool for navigation and manifestation. Before making any significant financial decisions or engaging in important transactions, take a conscious moment to center yourself. Pause, even for a fleeting moment, to connect with your inner calm. Breathe deeply, allowing peace to seep into every cell of your being, and affirm something powerfully positive, such as "I am aligned with divine abundance," and act with wisdom and love. By setting this clear, conscious intention, you are actively calibrating your personal energy field to a higher vibration. It's like tuning an instrument before a grand performance, ensuring every note is resonant and clear. In doing so, you transcend being a mere participant. You become a conscious co-creator within the QFS, helping to ensure that your actions and their subsequent outcomes remain in perfect harmony with the common good. This means your intentions literally help you shape the collective financial destiny. You can also proactively maintain your high vibration through simple yet profoundly effective daily habits. Each morning, begin your day by taking a few precious moments to center yourself in peace and positivity. Perhaps this involves a brief, silent meditation, a heartfelt prayer, or even the gentle, resonant hum of an intention. By doing so, you set a clear and powerful intention for the entire day. For example, to cultivate inner calm and unwavering gratitude, or to extend kindness in all your dealings and interactions. At night, before succumbing to sleep's embrace, consciously engage in a practice to release any lingering tension or worries. Visualize exhaling your anxieties, burdens, and lingering frustrations as wisps of smoke, gently releasing them into a soothing, warm light, and watch them effortlessly dissolve into nothingness. Then, inhale deeply, filling yourself with tranquility, allowing a profound sense of peace to wash over you, preparing you for restorative sleep. This daily cleansing ritual will help you rest and reset, truly free of fears, allowing you to awaken refreshed and renewed. Throughout the day, cultivate the beautiful practice of gratitude for every provision and kindness, no matter how seemingly small. Whether you receive your food, a well-earned paycheck, or even the unexpected warmth of a smile from a stranger, take a quiet moment to say thank you silently within your heart. By frequently acknowledging that you are cared for, supported, and provided for, you profoundly strengthen your trust in the universe's benevolent support. That trust is not merely a feeling, it is a powerful magnetic force that effortlessly draws even more blessings into your life. Another profoundly powerful way to embrace and amplify abundance is to actively practice generosity. In the emerging economy of higher consciousness, the circulation of blessings is not a finite exchange, but an ever-expanding flow where every act of giving creates space for even greater receiving, ensuring continuous and vibrant prosperity for all. Begin right now by extending the warmth of kindness and the helping hand of assistance whenever a genuine inspiration stirs within you, with no agenda or hidden motive beyond the pure, simple desire to spread light into the world. This act of radiating positivity can manifest in countless ways, perhaps as straightforward as sharing a comforting meal with someone grappling with hunger or hardship, offering a truly sincere compliment that truly sees and uplifts another's spirit, or thoughtfully donating items you no longer find use for, allowing them to find renewed purpose in someone else's life. Crucially, execute these acts with profound discretion and boundless love, not for the fleeting recognition or applause of others, but solely from the wellspring of authentic, unadulterated compassion that resides deep within your being. Indeed, when you engage in this generous giving, you are not merely performing an action, you are, in fact, transmitting an extraordinarily potent signal to the entire universe, a clear declaration that you implicitly trust in the ceaseless, abundant flow of cosmic energy. Cultivate this unwavering faith that by perpetually maintaining this outward flow of positive energy, you are simultaneously and synergistically creating an expansive, receptive space for even more universal goodness, prosperity, and joy to flow effortlessly inward towards you. Over time, as this beautiful habit becomes deeply ingrained within your character, it will naturally begin to dissolve those stubborn, lingering feelings of scarcity, those gnawing anxieties of not enough, replacing them with an unwavering conviction. It will powerfully reaffirm the profound and beautiful truth that life, in its essence, is inherently generous, deeply kind, and endlessly supportive. Moreover, pause to remember that at every single juncture of your journey, you are perpetually enveloped and guided by spirit, by an unseen yet ever-present benevolent force. Cultivate a keen awareness and diligently pay attention to that soft, persistent whisper of your inner voice and the myriad subtle cues that life so graciously presents to you. These guiding signals might manifest through a sudden surge of intuition, an undeniable gut feeling that steers you in a particular direction. Perhaps they arrive as brilliant, unexpected insights that pierce through mental fog, or even, most mysteriously, as symbolic hints woven into the very fabric of your nightly dreams, waiting to be deciphered. By conscientiously heeding and following these invaluable, gentle nudges from the universe, you will, with an almost magical synchronicity, consistently find yourself positioned precisely in the right place at the unequivocally right time, perfectly poised and ready to embrace and fulfill your unique, vital role in this astonishing, dawning new era humanity is entering. Finally, and with utmost emphasis, I strongly urge you to fully embody the profound confidence of an individual who already perceives themselves as truly abundant, not merely aspiring to be so. Understand that your entire demeanor, the very fabric of your thoughts, the resonance of your spoken words, and the intention behind your every action constitutes an incredibly powerful, resonant signal to the quantum universe. Therefore, walk through life with a deep-seated certainty, an unwavering knowing that you are perpetually protected and divinely supported. When speaking of your life, intentionally frame your words in positive, present tense terms, even when referring to aspirations and goals that have not yet physically manifested. For instance, instead of uttering the wistful phrase, "I hope to live in peace and abundance someday," consciously choose to affirm, with conviction, "I grow in peace and abundance every day." Do you perceive the subtle yet profound shift in energy? By deliberately choosing words that proactively acknowledge your desired path is not merely a distant dream, but is, in fact, already underway and actively unfolding. You're quite literally breathing life, vital energy, and tangible reality into that vision. Consider how your very posture, the intonation and timbre of your voice, and the precise words you select collectively act almost like intricate codes, a vibrational language that the responsive quantum field instantaneously reads and diligently responds to, aligning circumstances to match your energetic blueprint. When you consistently radiate this powerful combination of confidence and gratitude, the cosmic treasury which we might conceive of as the spiritual bank of the universe, boundless and inexhaustible responds in kind, meticulously bringing forth experiences and opportunities that perfectly match the frequency of that unwavering confidence you project. Should external circumstances appear to be slow in aligning with your heartfelt intentions, do not, under any circumstance, succumb to grief, frustration, or despair. Instead, choose to view any perceived delay not as an obstacle, but rather as a subtle, masterful adjustment by the universe, a necessary fine-tuning, and trust implicitly that what you have so clearly envisioned is, without a doubt, diligently making its way toward you. Therefore, persistently continue to give thanks as if your desired outcome has already been triumphantly accomplished, knowing deep within your soul that this profound and anticipatory gratitude acts as a powerful magnetic force, drawing the very outcome you desire directly toward you. In this magnificent way, you profoundly shift your role from merely being a passive seeker of abundance to becoming an active, conscious co-creator and a responsible steward of it. The calmer, the more serene, and the more profoundly confident your heart becomes, the more effortlessly it can embrace and hold the expansive energy of even greater prosperity when it finally arrives, like a perfectly prepared vessel ready to receive a divine pour. Indeed, the new, higher frequencies now arriving on Earth will serve to magnificently empower those who are truly prepared, who approach them with both profound humility and discerning wisdom. Therefore, strive to live each day with the bubbling joy and unbridled generosity of one who fundamentally knows their needs are not just met, but divinely provided for. In doing so, you will be actively, vibrantly demonstrating the very kind of elevated consciousness that forms the bedrock and underpins the advent of a golden age. This, my dear ones, is precisely how entire star civilizations flourish and thrive across the cosmos when each individual being consciously tunes into the ever-generous, pulsating heartbeat of the divine source and allows that perfect, harmonious rhythm to seamlessly guide and shape their entire society. Dear brothers and sisters, understand that the radiant dawn of this new reality is not merely a distant prophecy, it is approaching your world now, right at this very moment. I implore you to embrace the coming, transformative changes not with apprehension, but with an open, receptive heart and an indomitable, courageous spirit. For make no mistake, you are the intrepid pioneers of this monumental shift, the way showers for all who will follow. Consider the quantum financial system, often discussed as merely an outer, tangible signa mirroring reflection off a far deeper, more profound inner evolution. It signifies the glorious rise of consciousness itself, meticulously transforming Earth, our beloved home, into a luminous planet of pure light. Receive this unfolding reality with discerning wisdom and boundless love, and you will undoubtedly witness it fulfill its sacred promise of liberation and upliftment for every single soul. May my peace and my abiding love be with you always. I am Ashtar, your brother in the light, and I rejoice wholeheartedly in the magnificent journey now opening for us all. If our message has resonated with you, if it has touched the very depths of your being, we humbly invite you to subscribe and lend your support with a simple like to help us continue bringing this light and love to even more hearts and minds. Thank you for being an integral, cherished part of this beautiful community. A heartfelt embrace from Ashtar.